Hi, welcome to this tutorial on overriding rates and discounting rates. The overriding of rates is a right which is allowed to certain groups. In this case, administrator group is allowed to override rate type, rate amount, and do a component variance. The opportunity to override a rate arises when we are building a reservation. So look at that here. In this area indicated now, we'll see that there is an override either per unit, per stay, or per person option. And we'll see the pricing come through on an itinerary line now. So we charge per person at $100 times 2, 200 at 2 nights, $400. Let's look at the second option. In this case, let's override per stay. So for 2 nights, 2 adults, 1 room, and for the charge of that we'll make per stay. So the overriding of a rate type can occur at this stage as indicated now by clicking on rate type and choosing an alternate rate for that reservation. Alternatively, we can override per person or per stay or per unit based on how your rates were set up. We can also override a component. Let's have a look how that happens. Go down to an itinerary line, click on the drop down and click on components. Components could be a wide variety of items making up a charge to a client. Typically, accommodation would always be there, and in this case, let's have a look at overriding or amending the accommodation component. So we'll hover over that, select it, and we can now decide to give either a minus 10% off, or we could put a figure in and apply that as a discount to that particular component of accommodation in this case. We then save and the price would amend. Please note also that the color will also change, indicating that it has been amended. Should you need to amend the rate on an existing reservation, then simply click on the itinerary line. Yes, and here we can amend as indicated previously. Alternatively, if it was a component variance, we could, in the drop down, select component and then do the amendment of the relative selected component, either in an amount or a percentage. Important to remember two things then. You need to have the rights to be able to override, and secondly, your rates need to be set up to be able to be overridden. We hope you found this short tutorial on overriding rates useful.